It was the Australian Open 2022. An American tennis player went on a killing spree as she eliminated Elise Mertens, Elise Cornet, and Iga Swiatek to book her place in the final against world number 1 Ashley Barty. Hey, welcome to The Rich Rabbit, and today we'll be talking about the life journey of Danielle Collins. The star was born in December 1993. Collins attended Northeast High back in Florida, and her performance was so impressive to recruiters that she was awarded a scholarship to the University of Florida. After a short stay at the college, Collins shifted to the Virginia University. She graduated with a first-class degree in business and had plans to further her studies at a business school while balancing studies with her professional play. One of her most amazing feats was winning the NCAA Singles Championship while still in varsity. While at Virginia, Collins won the Collegiate National title in 2014 and 16, and the Honda Sports Award as the nation's best female tennis player also in 2016. In 2009, Collins played her first event on the ITF Women's Circuit. She won her first ITF singles title in 2011. She did not play any professional matches in 2013 and 2015. Collins made her WTA Tour main draw debut as a wild card at the 2014 US Open, where she forced Simona Halep to a third setter in the first round. In mid-2016, she turned fully professional. During her time on the ITF circuit, she won 4 singles titles. Collins started the year reaching the final round of qualifying at the Australian Open but couldn't go past it. However, she received a wild card at the WTA 125 tournament at Newport Beach and claimed the title there. That saw her rise to a career-high ranking of 120 at that time. One more impressive run at another WTA 125 tournament, this time in Indian Wells, saw her reach the quarterfinals. In doing so, she earned a wild card for the Indian Wells Open, a premier mandatory tournament that also takes place there. And there, she won her first WTA Tour match against compatriot Taylor Townsend, before beating world number 14 Madison Keys. Although her run ended in the 4th round to Carla Suarez Navarro, Collins made her top 100 debut, jumping from number 117 to number 93. She earned the biggest win of her career when she defeated former world number 1 Venus Williams at the Miami Open. The win also made her the first qualifier ever to reach the semifinals at the Miami Open. She then faced 6th-seeded Yelena Ostapenko and lost in straight sets. After making it to the quarterfinals in Monterrey, Collins broke into the top 50 for the first time. Her rise continued at the 2019 Australian Open. Prior to that tournament, she had never won a match at a major event. After upsetting Julia Gurgis in a tough first-round match, Collins won her next 3 matches in straight sets, booking her place in the quarterfinals. In the round of 16, Collins pulled off the biggest upset of the tournament, dominating the 3-time major champion Angelique Kerber in straight sets. She thus reached the quarterfinals, where she defeated Anastasia Pavlyuchenkova in 3 sets. In the semifinals, she lost to Petra Kvitova in 2 sets. Collins rose to a career-high ranking of number 23 in January 2019 following the tournament. She also recorded wins at all the other Grand Slam events, reaching the 2nd round at the French Open and US Open, as well as the 3rd round at Wimbledon. She achieved her best ever Grand Slam doubles result at Wimbledon, reaching the quarterfinals with Bethany Mattek-Sands. Collins struggled outside of the majors though, reaching the quarterfinals at just one tournament, the Charleston Open. In December, she won the Hawaii Open upon the withdrawal of her final opponent, Kerber. Collins finished the year ranked world number 31. At the end of 2019, Collins revealed that she was suffering from rheumatoid arthritis. She began 2020 with 3 wins over top 15 opponents. She defeated world number 5 Elina Svitolina in the first round at the Brisbane International before falling to world number 13 Madison Keys in the quarterfinals. The following week at the Adelaide International, she defeated Sofia Kenin in the second round and then Belinda Bencic in the quarterfinals. Collins fell to world number 1 Ashley Barty in 3 sets in the semifinals. She lost in the second round at the Australian Open and dropped outside the top 50 over failing to defend her semi-finalist points. Due to the 6-month shutdown of the WTA Tour caused by COVID-19 pandemic, Collins did not play again after the Australian Open until August. She lost in the opening round of her first 2 tournaments back at the Western and Southern Open and the US Open. However, Collins rebounded at the French Open, where she reached her second career Grand Slam quarterfinal. Along the way, she upset 2-time Grand Slam champion Garbiñe Muguruza in the third round, as well as Ons Jabeur, both in 3 sets. Her run ultimately came to an end against reigning Australian Open champion Sofia Kenin. Collins was sidelined for the first half of the season with pain in her back. She was diagnosed with endometriosis and proceeded to have a tennis ball-sized cyst removed. In addition to that surgery, Collins was also taking medication for rheumatoid arthritis. She made her first WTA title at the 2021 Palermo Ladies Open, defeating Elena Gabriela Ruse in straight sets in the final. At the US Open, she reached the third round for the first time after defeating world number 6 Carla Suarez Navarro and Kaya Juvan. She then lost her third round match to Arina Sabalenka in straight sets. Nonetheless, Collins finished the year ranked inside the top 30 for the first time at number 29. At the 2022 Australian Open, Collins reached the semi-finals for the second time. She defeated Elise Mertens to become the third American woman in the quarterfinals. It was the second year in a row that 3 Americans featured at this stage of the tournament. In the quarterfinals, she beat Alizé Cornet in straight sets. She defeated Iga Swiatek also in straight sets in the semi-finals to advance to her first Grand Slam final, where she faced world number 1 Ashley Barty. In the finals, Collins lost in straight sets despite being 5-1 up in the second set. As a result of reaching the final, Collins made her top 10 debut and became the American number 1 female player. At the French Open, Collins lost to fellow American Shelby Rogers in straight sets in the second round. In Wimbledon, Collins lost in the first round to Marie Buskova in 3 sets. At the same tournament, partnering Desiree Krawczyk, she reached the quarterfinals and then the semifinals for the first time at a major in doubles in her career. The star has been known to keep a low profile and has managed to keep all her love interests under wraps. She currently has no kids or serious commitments to anybody. And when she's not at the court training or competing, she resides in a lovely home with her family in Florida. The star has also dabbled in several endorsement deals, which brings her yearly earning to well over $500,000. Collins has also indicated that she will be releasing a jewelry line soon. And on that note, it's time for us to call it a day. But we do hope that you liked the video and found it informative. And if you did, subscribe to The Rich Rabbit and don't forget to click the bell icon. Your valuable suggestions are very important to us, so do post them in the comment section. And I'll see you in the next video.